Hello class and welcome here. As many of you all throughout the course of the weekend are probably looking at this video, we are going into week number 6 of our course, and I just want to cover briefly in terms of what we're going to be engaging in for this week. The first thing that I want to do is the section of the final paper portion. So what's going to be due? And of course this will be due next Sunday. Is that with your comparison, economic comparison, the focus on writing this section of the final paper is going to be on banking systems, fiscal policies, and also monetary policies. So, in comparison to the country that you selected, along with the United States, think about banking systems. Think about how your country actually controls their reserves. Think about interest rates that they happen to set and compare that with that of the United States. Along with your fiscal policies, how are the budgets? Okay, talk about deficits, talk about debt, talk about surplus when you think about fiscal. And when it comes to monetary policies, government structures. How is the government structure of your country compared to that of the United States? Because we know that government structures and entity do have an impact and influence on economics and the economy pertaining to whatever nation you may happen to be looking at. So 400 to 600 words. And just like with, of course, the previous weeks here, APA format is going to be required in terms of writing this. Now, one of the things that I'm hoping that you all are actually doing, I'm hoping that you all are saving your paper portions, because when week 8 happens to come around, what you're going to be doing is you're going to put together the entire paper and you're going to submit that. So keep that in mind on your computers, laptops, desktops, whatever it may be, that you're saving the sections of these papers to your hard drive and you're just going to put the paper together. It's called the scaffolding method, and that's the approach that we've always taken with this course when it comes to the final paper, that we happen to actually scaffold it. And that's what we've been doing the prior weeks. We've been assigning sections on a weekly basis. So this will be due next Sunday night. Moving on here, the discussion activity. You're going to have just one question. And this is going to be worth the full 10 points, as each discussion question has been worth 10 points. Think about this. Okay, think about laissez-faire. So what is the definition of laissez-faire? Okay, laissez-faire is when there is no leader influence or no government influence being led. So think about the government structure and think about how the decisions are made upon more of the people as opposed as the leadership or government influence. So for example, you look at the 3 branches of government that we have here within this country: executive, judicial, and legislative. Okay, in the laissez-faire government, or laissez-faire setup, the judicial, legislative, as well as executive are not really making the decisions. They're not spearheading. They're not taking the position of initiating. And that's what leadership normally does. So the people make the decisions. So now I know that you all are probably wondering, well, how is the country going to be ran under a laissez-faire government and structure? One of the things and one of the approaches to look at with this is that you have special interest groups in different areas that would come together. And these special interest groups, okay, would probably consist of people in a laissez-faire structure that would actually make the decisions, okay, when it comes to monetary as well as implementing fiscal policies. So think about that. Think about the scenario and imagine this: if we had a laissez-faire structure, how would that work here within the United States? You can even think about the economic comparison paper and the country that you are doing your economic analysis and comparison on. Does it resemble a laissez-faire structure where people are making more of the decisions as opposed to leadership? Think about this and give your initial response. That would be due on Thursday night, as all of the discussion activities have been due on Thursday nights. So these are the contents. These are the things that we're going to be doing for week number 6. When it comes to quizzes, we are done with the quizzes. As a matter of fact, as we're wrapping up week 5 happens to be the final week that the class is going to be given a quiz. So your main focus is your discussion activity, and then also write the section of the paper that's going to be due this week as you are thinking about fiscal and monetary policies. Now let me talk briefly in terms of what is going to happen here in the following 2 weeks, week number 7, and of course week 8 being the concluding week of this course. Week number 7 is going to be a free week. All right, that free week meaning that you can put your final paper and presentation together if you want to, and then once I open up week 8, the following week after week number 7, what you can do is you can go ahead on and submit your final paper and presentation, or for those that happen to maybe be behind in the coursework, you're behind, okay, in submitting some of the assignments, or maybe even behind in taking some of the quizzes. What you can do is you can make week number 7 that makeup week. You can actually engage in making up those assignments. That's what I'm trying to say. So what I'm going to do for week number 7 as it opens up, I'm going to have a bunch of articles and, different things I'm going to post, okay? And it's going to be centered around economic conditions, everything that we pretty much discussed throughout the course of the semester. Different things I'm going to come up. There will be no requirement on the students' end to respond to any discussion threads or anything like that. This is going to be a culmination of different articles that I'm going to put together, and I'm just going to kind of further elaborate on various economic indicators and factors and how it's affecting our country. Okay, everyone. Good luck on wrapping up week number 5. This is Friday evening as I'm officially posting this, and week number 6 will be officially open here in a few minutes. If you have any questions, of course, any concerns, feel free to reach out to me by email. As you can see, I do respond to my email within 24 hours. Or if you want to have a one-on-one with me, you can request that as well too. First send the email, and we can set something up probably maybe after the 24-hour period. Okay, everyone. Blessings in your weekend and be safe, and I will talk to you soon.